All right, everybody, before we get started here and you get the pitchforks out, the dislikes, and the nasty comments, let me start by saying PSVR2 is not dead. It is not dead. I'm a PlayStation 1 VR owner from day one, PSVR2 owner day one. I love the system. It's worth the money, but there are some troubling reports that have come out that have stated that the sales are a little lower than what they thought and they might be cutting production. And today, what I wanted to do was get into that and decide, see if these comments and these articles are real. What can PlayStation do to possibly turn this around? That's the goal of this video. But before I do that, do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you don't want to kill me, make sure to hit subscribe for more content like this. Let's get started. So this first report comes from Tom Henderson over at Insider Gaming. Head over there. He's got a lot of good scoops, very trusted source. And he's reporting about Bloomberg's article that has outlined Sony has only sold approximately 270,000 PSVR2 headsets between its launch on February 22nd and the end of March. And the figures originate from the research firm IDC. Now, if you recall, last year, Bloomberg reported that PlayStation had wanted to produce around 2 million units for the launch window of PlayStation VR, which we're still in the launch window. Launch windows vary, sometimes a few months to like 6 months, maybe. I think one time Nintendo had a launch window of like damn near 10 months. So it's give or take 3 to 8 months roughly is going to be the launch window to sell those roughly 2 million units that they wanted to produce. But only selling 270,000 at launch, not a good sign. Now, the next article comes from Push Square. They put out a lot of good stuff. I'll have a link below to their website. Go visit them. And this comes from renowned Apple insider Ming-Chi Kuo. I probably butchered that. Sorry about that. And this person claims that the firm has cut its proposed PSVR2 production plan by 20% in 2023. Obviously, Bloomberg recently said that they cut it close to 50%, so that's not nearly what Bloomberg was reporting earlier. So there's a lot of conflicting information here. And what can we decipher from all of this? Well, there's a lot of news for PlayStation VR, and from what we're hearing, none of it's really positive. So I'm inclined to believe some of this stuff. Maybe it's not nearly as bad as what's being reported, but it does seem that sales are a little soft, and they might need to cut production. So it doesn't spell the end for PlayStation VR 2. There's been consoles before that have come out, started off slow, and they've been able to recover. You could look at the Nintendo 3DS. It started off very slow. They had to reduce the price. They got some more high-quality games out, and it ended up selling like 75, 80 million copies. PlayStation can totally turn this around with PSVR 2, and I'm going to give a few suggestions of what they can and what they should do to get the ball rolling on this thing picking up here. First thing they got to do is they got to get PlayStation VR 2 in stores. It's not in stores in the United States. If you even knew about it and wanted to buy it, you couldn't find it. You would have to figure out somehow that it's only available on PlayStation Direct. So if you don't know about this product, you'll never see it in stores. So that's a huge problem. Number two, they've got to market it. There's been no marketing for PlayStation VR basically at all. I'm on YouTube all the time. I've never seen a single YouTube video come up that has PlayStation VR 2. On television, nothing. I watch pop culture stuff, wrestling, sports. I've never seen a single PlayStation VR 2 trailer or anything come up. It's like almost like it doesn't exist. It's almost like they want this thing to fail. Like, you're not telling the people about this product. You see Oculus stuff all the time, but you see nothing for PlayStation VR 2. It's a total head scratcher. During the launch of PlayStation VR 1, they had people at Best Buys, GameStops demoing this product for people to try out. And I think they laid off a lot of those people. It was either last year or the year before. So that marketing machine is not out there. So they're going to have to resort to traditional marketing and of influencers, content creators on YouTube, sports, football, basketball games. They need to make some advertisements for this and get it out there. And number three, they might have to cut the price a little bit. I totally think that it's worth $550. The tech is awesome. That's a totally fine price to pay if you look at the competition where the Quest 2, they raised it to $100, and this is worth $100 more than the Quest 2, $150. It's totally worth it. The lineup is awesome. I think the games are really good. There's good games for this system. It's not like there aren't good games. There's a bunch of good games out there, but they don't tell you about them. They've got to get out there. They might have to cut the price. They've got to get out there. They've got to demo these games. They've got to show you what's coming up for this system. Man, it's as a fan of the system, it's really upsetting that they don't even talk about it. They just threw it out there half-assed, not even in stores in the United States, and they expect it to succeed. I don't know what their plan is with this. I really don't. But those are basically the three things that I think they need to do in order to turn this ship around, if it does need to be turned around. And I think it can be a successful product. I do truly believe it can, because the tech is awesome, the games are awesome, but you know, in this economy, it might just be too much for some people, so they might need to cut it back $50, $100 if they can, and get out there and show people what an awesome product you have. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys saw that I'm passionate about the product. I think PlayStation VR2 is an awesome system, and I think there's just a few things Sony needs to do, get off their asses for this product to succeed. So if you guys like this video, if you found it informative, do me a favor, hit that like button, consider subscribing if you're new here, and I will see you guys later. Thanks.